All right. Now I'm going to be moving on to the classification part of the project. Sorry, my dog's going nuts. But before I do, one last comment about in comparison with the sun. Shalla is much hotter than the sun, which I've already discussed, but in comparison to color, the sun is going to obviously be burning a yellow-white color, and my star is a fierce bluish-white color in the sky. I didn't find much information about the classification, but the things I did find was that Shalla is a subgiant B star, which means it's extremely massive and luminous, and it's usually rounding up the end of its lifespan. It's getting old. They're subclassified as IA or IB, with IA representing the most luminous stars of all. And then a few random things. One, I didn't know what this meant, but it's a spectral classification B2-IV star. I'm probably saying that wrong, but that's the information that I found. It's a spectroscopic binary star. And then I'm going to be moving on to talking about the HR diagram, also something that I had a little trouble finding information. What I could round up was that on the diagram, on the HR diagram, you're going to find Shalla as in the class B, which means the first of the really populous classes. Stars of this type are blue and they burn very hot. The diagram also shows where the Shalla star is. Where it is on the diagram means that it's a weak hydrogen star. It has weak hydrogen lines. And in comparison to the sun, again, our sun is a G2V star and will appear in the center of the HR diagram. Shalla is not in the center. And then this is all I had pretty much for the ending of the project. Question 4, which was the age. That was absolutely by far the hardest part I had. I think mostly because I was looking for an exact number telling me how old my star was, and I went about that for quite some time. But at the end of the day, I realized it's not going to be something I'm going to find. How a star evolves depends on its mass. Gravity is the cause of the star's birth, and then ultimately the cause of the star's death. These are just little snippets of information I found relating to age. Younger stars tend to be lighter and hotter. And since my star is a bright bluish white, I don't know, I guess I had a little, I had some misconflicting information there, but eventually I found out that Shalla is about 10 million years old. And trust me, that was some hard information to get across. Compared to the sun, Shalla is moving through the galaxy at a speed of 26.2 kilometers relative to the sun, and of course the sun being 4.5 billion years old. Compared to it, Shalla is just an itty bitty baby. All right, I'm going to stop recording here, and I'll have one last little snippet for you about the question of life on my star.